Defend till the end. Today on Go, we're playing wheelchair basketball. It's an aggressive rubber on metal, mental, physical game. It's wheelchair basketball. I'm your host, Giesbrecht, and thanks for tuning in to Bombdale Gloves Go Edmonton. This is Team Alberta. Everyone give a wave, hi! And this weekend is the Junior National Wheelchair Basketball Championships here at the Saville Community Sports Centre. I'm going to learn this game on today's show, and I'm going to be hosting the entire show from a chair. Aaron, let's see if I can, oh, first shot of the game, and oh, so close. I think I just set the entire theme for my shooting. Stay tuned, we're gonna have lots of fun, but up first, why would you paint an entire home only to demolish it? Here's Bianca Jade with more. To talk about this exciting tournament that's happening this weekend here in Edmonton, I'm joined by Ali Hack from the team, the Junior National Wheelchair Basketball Championships. That's right. This is a tournament that only happens about every 4 years, yes. and give us some background on the tournament itself.
This tournament is like a seeding round for Canada Games. We are competing and we've been training for it's a 4-year squad, basically every single national championships to Canada Games. This is a great chance to see how well we've trained and how much we need to train for Canada Games.
Gotcha. Canada Games is obviously a huge thing, and some of the players on the team have aspirations to be in the Olympics one day.
They do.
Yeah. And to get there, you guys are training pretty heavily.
Yeah, a lot of the players here are part of the national programs. So they might be like, for me, example, I'm with the U25 national team, and so, and a couple of the other girls even on our team. So in every province, there's someone who's either with the junior or senior program on the team, and it helps like raise the caliber for both, the teams here and with the national the national programs, to showcase everyone.
We're going to showcase some of the talent that's on your team today, and the ages, we don't have the youngest member of the team here today, but the youngest member is 13.
That's right.
And then it goes all the way up to yourself. You're 21, and there's a couple players around that age. How is it to play with such a diverse group of ages?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It really makes you feel like you're at a summer camp sometimes, and the atmosphere is completely fun. Because of that, it's more about how can you make each other look better.
Good.
The entire time. The 13-year-olds, they bring in the energetic enthusiasm and the wonder of the sport, and the older players, I would hope, bring some expertise and some discipline yet funness. So it's a lot of the role model, big brother, big sister sort of atmosphere that is continually happening throughout the entire 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Wow,
that's incredible.
Yeah, and even in our practices, we have players who are veterans or retired national team players who want to help out the team. So it's always about giving back.
Gotcha. And quickly, I didn't know this until I got here today, but you don't have to use a chair to play wheelchair basketball, and you yourself don't use a chair.
I don't. I started playing because of bad knees, but in Canada, like a lot of the players here, you don't need to be classified. Classified means that at an international level, because you have a permanent injury that has occurred to you, you can play. But in Canada, we don't have that. In Canada, you can be a big brother, a big sister of a player who might be classified, and so they just enjoy the sport. Anyone can play in Canada, and so we even have a player. I can think of one for sure. I know there's a couple more, but there's even one player who doesn't need a wheelchair or anything. They just chose it instead of hockey or lacrosse.
We're going to give you a tutorial and show you just how much fun it is right after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Go. Thanks, Ali.
No problem.
There are 4,300 new spinal cord injuries in Canada every year, and that stat comes from the Canadian Paraplegic Association. And while a chair is a life sentence, it's definitely not a death sentence, and we are proving that here today with the Junior National Wheelchair Basketball Team, Team Alberta. And I'm joined by Aaron, who's going to give me some of the basics of playing basketball from the chair. And like I learned at the top of the show, you don't have to use the chair every day to play wheelchair basketball, and you yourself don't. Yeah. Yes. And then why did you decide to start playing basketball from a chair?
I can no longer play stand-up basketball because of all my knee injuries I've had, and I got recruited into playing wheelchair basketball, and they said I had potential, so I'm here.
There you go. Well, let's start with the easiest thing, or maybe it's the hardest thing, just the stroking and using the chair properly. Just getting that momentum.
Okay, so what you want to do is when you go all the way down, just a D stroke.
Okay.
And you just keep pushing through.
So that you can lean as much as, oh, you or I can lean as much as we need to. That's,
yeah.
Okay, so that's
just like
good.
That.
Okay.
All the way through.
And then, ooh, I think I got spinning down.
Yeah.
The spinning is fun. It's easy enough.
Yeah.
What's one of the more difficult things to do when you're maneuvering with the basketball?
Definitely dribbling.
Okay.
I've always had troubles with it. So pretty much you have your bumper and you have like little spaces in between your wheel and your bumper.
Right.
And that's where you want to dribble.
Okay.
And so when you push, it's a different, when you're stationary.
Okay, so start moving. Show us some moves. So you push it forward like that.
Yeah.
And then you also said you use your hips to get around a bit.
Yeah.
And why do you, just using your body weight, the momentum of pushing yourself in different directions?
It makes it more easy to maneuver your chair when your hands are full. And when you're going one-on-one with someone, you want to try to fake them out as much as you can.
Gotcha.
So if you're using your hands to fake them out with the ball, you're using your hips to turn yourself, which I use all the time. And it actually gets me a lot of baskets.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
Okay, stay tuned. We're going to do some practicing in just a second. But up next, doctors in Leduc are giving a prescription to sweat. Take a look. This is a quick shooting drill called 3 Up. We've got Halo and Aaron versus Allie and Kyle. The first one to get 3 baskets in a row wins, showing off their shooting skills. We still have a scrimmage coming up. Stay tuned for that. But right now, it's time for your hot button question. What motivates you to go to the gym? And Allie, give me a push. Yep. And would you go if you received a free gym membership? No. Tweet us at Shot TV EDM. Okay, so the shooting is definitely a hard thing to handle, and I guess that's a key part of basketball. Stay tuned, we still have more coming up, but right now, free delivery service that benefits everyone involved. Take a look. By the year 2030, it's estimated that the number of Canadians living with a spinal cord injury will reach 121,000. It's pretty scary stuff, but if you're just tuning in now, we've been hanging out with Team Alberta. The Junior National Wheelchair Basketball Championships are this weekend, and the team has been training very, very hard. Stay tuned. I'm going to join the scrimmage, the 2-on-2 scrimmage that's happening behind us in just a moment. But before that, we're checking out one of the only museums that's better with the lights off. All right, Allie's got the ball, and I'm going to try and join in here. Oh, and chase the ball. And you're just go for it, Allie. So this is scrimmage, and I just learned that yes, there is a double dribble in wheelchair basketball. You have to be able to touch the chair twice, dribble, and then you can touch the chair again. You can't just put it in your lap and go. Oh, Allie, I'm open. And short. So shooting still lots of work to go there. And as you can see, everyone's working up a sweat. Very athletic game. We're going to continue to play right after the break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back here on Go. Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, we are with Team Alberta. Everyone say hi. And they are showing me the ins and outs of wheelchair basketball. Their big national championships are this weekend here at the Saville Community Center. They are going for gold. They've been working very, very hard. It's a super close-knit team, ages ranging from 13 to 21. And we've been enjoying a little bit of a scrimmage here. I'm just still trying to get a handle on the chair. And we have Allie and Aaron, who both don't use a chair on a regular basis. They decide to play wheelchair basketball for the love of the sport. Stay tuned. We still have a couple more things to do before we wrap up. But before then, you see them every day. But I bet you didn't know they were made in Edmonton. All right, guys. Team cheer to wrap it up. Woo! Grab chairs and take it away. 1, 2, 3, Alberta! All right, so remember to come on down to the Saville Community Sports Center this weekend to cheer on Team Alberta, the Junior National Wheelchair Basketball Championships. I'm your host, Giesbrecht. We'll see you next time. Who's got the ball? Cut!